Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samantha Harper. I am the Fire and Emergency Services Administrator for the Washington Fire Department. Today, I would like to discuss the incident involving the train derailment in the hills above the Washington River. If you could please hold all questions till the end, thank you. Yesterday, the dispatch center received several calls for the train derailment between the hills of the Washington River and the major road that leads to the nursing facility that houses approximately 120 residents, most of which are bedridden. Upon arrival, the train conductor informed incoming crews that several of the derailed train cars carried a caustic soda of sodium hydroxide, which, due to damage, caused the contents to leak. In the past, we have had several weather-related flooding incidents in this area. Crews are very diligent and on high alert when responding to this area because terrain poses a significant hazard to the nursing facility. Urgent measures were required and swift action taken to prevent contamination to the nursing facility. Consequently, the runoff was channeled into the river, and an environmental hazard killed several species of fish. These actions were not taken with the intent to harm the environment, but with the intent to protect human life. The Washington Fire Department is working closely with the Department of Fish and Game to rectify the situation and to prevent further incidents from occurring. It has been brought to the attention of the Washington Fire Department following the derailment incident that there are other concerns that need to be addressed, and I would like to take the time to address those now. The first issue is that the Washington Fire Department does not comply with NFPA, the National Fire Protection Association Standard 1710. This standard states that a minimum of 4 firefighters respond on the first due fire engine. NFPA is a benchmark, not a law, and the Washington Fire Department strives to meet and exceed these standards, but due to financial constraints placed on the department, we have been unable to secure staffing on each engine with 4 personnel. With most NFPA standards, there is some flexibility to achieve these standards, as the association is aware of the hardships faced by many departments. Meeting the standard can be achieved through various deployment models. The Washington Fire Department uses the staffing of 2 firefighters on an engine and 2 on a squad to meet that 4 firefighter requirement to be on scene within 4 minutes to 90% of responses. We, the Washington Fire Department, have been trying diligently to secure funding through grant sources to restore the fire department funding and increase staffing levels, but have failed in these endeavors. We are working with department personnel, employing other strategies and navigating other avenues to secure funding to provide better services to the community. During this derailment, we have recognized, and during this process, we have recognized that a need for a specialized unit for hazardous materials responses such as this. We have taken steps to train all personnel to the awareness level to comply with OSHA regulations and are actively working on getting department personnel trained to operation levels. Considering this tragic event, we will be establishing policy that requires all personnel to be trained at the operation level upon new hire process to adequately respond to incidents such as this. With responses such as this, the goal is personnel safety while mitigating the impact to public health and the environment. OSHA sets forth HAZWOPER, which is a standard that sets minimum training requirements and response standards and is employed by the Washington Fire Department. The on-scene crews continuously monitored the ongoing situation and were briefed of any changes. The crews evaluated the materials on hand, and a safety briefing was provided that included the appropriate level of PPE to be worn while handling the chemical. A safety officer was on site, medical was on standby. On-site command provided objectives, working with all other agencies after the initial hazard mitigation was complete. The final concern to be addressed today is a need to better inform you, the public, and elected officials of current fire department activities, events, and incidents. The Washington Fire Department is establishing a public information section within the department that will utilize news media and social media platforms for updates. These platforms will allow the department to advise the public of working incidents that could potentially affect travel, health, or be of interest or concern. There is also an app that you can download. It's called Pulse Point that broadcasts incidents in real time. This app will allow you, the public, and the community to become involved and provide life-saving assistance to those in need. It also has a selection for public interest option, which provides informational notifications to give you an early and automatic heads up to local threats such as wildfires, flooding, and utility emergencies. It is our hope to employ transparency and help those interested be more informed. I want to thank you for the opportunity to address you regarding the train derailment. These few concerns brought forth to the department. If you have any further questions, please contact the Washington Fire Department. We are committed to providing the highest quality of care and services to the community that we serve. I will now take a moment for any questions that you may have.